Hello everyone, it's just a dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between these two Dreame robot vacuum cleaners. On the left, this is the Dreame L40 Ultra. On the right, this is the Dreame L10s Pro Heat. Now these things have some things in common, but they got a lot of things that are not in common. We're going to talk about them, then we're actually going to watch them mop up some muddy paw prints. Okay, so the base stations have a clean water tank and a dirty water tank, and they're both the same size. Both these robots have LiDAR navigation, which is really good at mapping your house. They have spinning LiDAR. And in the app is relatively the same for both of them. You can create different rooms and no-go zones. And both of them will mop your floor and vacuum it at the same time. Now, both of them they'll heat this water to wash the mop pads. And then both of them will suck the water up into the dirty water tank. And if those mop pads were dirty, when it sucks the water up, it'll tell the robot, hey, go and remop the area you were just at. So they both have that sensor built in, monitoring the water going into the dirty water tank to tell it to remop. When the job is all done, they both use hot air to dry the mop pads. They both have the same size dustbin, and they both have a detergent bottle. So you're going to fill this up with Dreame concentrated solution, and it's going to mix the solution with the water to help clean the mop pads. Then the robot's going to, it does have an internal water tank that it's going to fill up with water. Let's get down here to the sensors on the front. Both of them have a camera that can take pictures of obstacles whenever it comes across an obstacle. And they both have a video camera, so you can remotely control your robot. Say you're in another state and you want to see something in your house, you can tell your robot to go somewhere in your house, and you can turn the video camera on and see everything through it and hear, and you could speak to it, you could talk to somebody through it. Both of them have that same feature. Now, the L40 is going to have a little bit more advanced sensor on the front, because if it sees liquid in the front, it's going to lift the side brush and lift the brush roller. And so the L10s cannot do that.
Pause.
Both of them have a sensor on the side. Now, the L40, this brush roller can extend into the corner, which I'm going to show you. This one is stationary. We come around back. They both can automatically fill the base stations will fill the robot up with water. They charge it. They both auto empty out the side. Here's the dustbin. So as they vacuum your house, you know, the dustbins are the same. As they vacuum your house, everything goes into this. When it comes back to the docking station, it gets auto emptied through that port right there. All right, now let's take a look at the mop pads. Mop pads are the same, and it can raise and lower them the same. And they both can extend the mop pad out to the side to help clean up next to the edge. Same with this one. They both squirt water down to help keep the mop pad nice and wet. Now the L40 can do one extra thing. It can remove the mop pads and leave them at the base station. So there is a feature in the app to where you can tell it, remove the mop pads whenever it's vacuuming carpet. So even though it raises the mop pads up, you can have it remove them completely. They both have the same brush roller. Side brushes are different. Now again, this one retracts it to raise it. And then when it's lowers it, when it's on hardwood floors, it extends this. They both have a carpet sensor. I do think the carpet sensor on the L40 is more advanced. And this side brush only turns when you're on hardwood floors. This side brush turns on hardwood floors and carpet. They both have fall-off sensors. Now the docking stations have a lot in common. The L10s is going to wash its mop pads here. Once in a while you will have to take this tray out and clean everything. Over here on the L40, it's got these self-cleaning, so as the brush rollers spin, it's going to move these wipers, which help self-clean the bottom here. But you will have to do some work on it also. Again, they're both going to put out hot air to dry, hot water to wash. Just a little bit different how they do it. Now with its advanced sensor here in the front, the L40 does have just a little bit better obstacle recognition, but the L10s actually has really good obstacle avoidance. It did struggle with a cable that was really low to the ground. Okay, so let's see how they clean up this kitchen. Okay, let's see how the Dreame L40 cleans up these big muddy paw prints.
Room cleaning.
Now the first thing it's going to do, it's going to wash the mop pads. That's going to do two things. It's going to get the mop pads wet so that it can start mopping right away, but it also gets them clean and ready to go. And what you'll hear is a couple pumps kicking on. Again, it's taking the clean water, mixing it in with the solution tank and cleaning the mop pads, and then it's sucking the dirty water up into the dirty water tank. This usually takes about 2 minutes. We've got some wet, muddy paw prints. We got some dried mud. We got a bunch of dirt and hair in the carpet, and then we're also got a bunch of dirt in the corner here. We're gonna see its corner cleaning capability. Now the robot does have 11,000 pascals of suction. Okay, so it's ready to start cleaning. Okay, it's mopping and vacuuming at the same time. And it's gonna extend that side brush, that mop pad. All right, let's check its optical avoidance with that cable. Looks like it's doing a good job. All right, now we're going to check the auto mop lifting. It's going to sense that carpet. And then it also knows where that carpet is, and it's going to avoid it and clean it next. All right, we're gonna check the cleaning capability. Wow. It extended that side brush. So it's gonna come back and clean that carpet. All right, we're gonna see the side brush extend again. There it is. Does a good job. Okay, so it's a mopping event only. It sensed that there was some mud there and lifted the side brush. It's gonna come back and get that carpet after it mops this floor first. Mops and vacuums. Again, it's lifting the side brush and mopping only. There again, lifted that side brush and puts it back down. Here's the app. It took a picture of that cable. Again, lifting, it's doing a mopping only event right there. You can hear the vacuum kick off and then kicks back on automatically. All right, it lifted the mop brush or the side brush to prevent it from getting in that mud. Then it's going to put it back down. There again, it lifted the side brush, and we have a mopping event only. And again, it's going to capture that mud into the mop pads, take it back to the base station, wash that mud out. And we're hoping for a re-mopping event. When it cleans those mop pads, that sensor, there it is, it lifted the side brush so it doesn't get muddy. It slows the machine down so it's mopping a little bit better. Then it goes right back into mopping and vacuuming. It's doing a pretty good job on those dried muddy paw prints also. Now I do love the app. You can see right where it's at. Earlier, there's that obstacle, that cord, and it does take a picture of it. I also love that it has an excluding area. So say it's cleaning your entire house and you want it to leave the room you're in, just tell it to exclude. It'll go on to the next room. Say somebody makes a big mess in another room while it's cleaning your house, you can add an extra cleaning area. Okay, now it's going to the carpet, I think, maybe. Yeah, mop pads are lifted and it's going to vacuum that carpet. It's doing a pretty good job of vacuuming. It does increase suction power because it knows it's on carpet. So that's why it's a little bit noisier. Okay, so it says the task is completed, but we're hoping for a remopping event. Those brush rollers are really dirty from picking up that mud. Again, it's going to wash the mop pads with hot water.
Charging. Start auto empty.
Here's the auto empty. There's that vacuum cleaner kicking on, emptying out the dustbin. And now it's going to wash the mop pads.
Start cleaning mop pads.
And here we're hoping again for a remopping event. When it's, if your floor wasn't very dirty, the task would just end and it would dry the mop pads with a fan that blows hot air on it. It's not really loud, but a little noticeable. But again, we're hoping that it's going to undock and remop this floor automatically because of that built-in sensor. Now this remopping feature is off by default in the app. You got to go in the app and turn that on. It's called remopping. Under floor settings, it's called auto recleaning. And the dock also has a feature that it'll rewash that mop twice if it senses that the mop pads are too dirty. So it'll do two things. It'll tell the robot go remop an area that you just came from, and it will rewash the mop pads.
Please empty the used water tank timely.
Okay.
Start cleaning.
Now we got a second cleaning that it's doing on its own. The remopping event is happening. It will be going back and cleaning this area. They call it the second cleaning. So this was the robot figuring this all out on its own. You do have to be in that clean genius mode for this to work. Now it is vacuuming and mopping. It's going to go around and do the entire perimeter of your house, the room again, and then go back and do the center of the room. But we can see we do have a little bit of mud left that it needs to come back and get. And again, you've got to be in this clean genius mode. You can do a manual where you can manually tell it how much water to put down, how much suction, but the clean genius is kind of figuring things out for you. Cleans the corner again. It's really trying to get everything in that corner. I think it did a pretty good job. Right. Yep, it's doing a good job of mopping the muddy paw print. So it must have remembered there was a muddy mess there. Nope, it lowered the brush this time. All right, it's gonna mop the rest of those muddy paw prints. Left a little bit, but we'll check. Now it got all of the wet muddy paw prints. It did leave a little bit of the dry. Okay, so it is going to vacuum that carpet also. So it does lift the side brush when it's on carpet. Now it might have went around this area because I was standing here. Robots with that LiDAR navigation, they don't like you to stand around them. They'll sense that and they'll try to avoid it. Did leave a little bit of the long hairs and a little bit along the edge.
Charge. Auto empty.
About 74.
The used water tank timely.
Okay.
Start dehydrating mop pad.
Now it's drying the mop pad. Again, you can hear it, but it's not super loud. The task is all done. I think it did a relatively good job. There's a little bit of the dry left and a little bit of the on the carpet up to the edge. And again, here's the dirty water tank. We can tell it's been doing a really good job. Okay, let's dump it out. Wow. It is important to clean these out. See how that dirt's still in the bottom? But man, it did a good job.
Place the detergent.
Okay, so let's see how the L10s Pro Heat is going to clean up this muddy mess and vacuum this room. Okay, its mop pads are down. It's mopping and vacuuming at the same time. It is able to extend that. All right, we're mopping up the muddy paw prints. Okay, so there's the obstacle avoidance. It is avoiding that cable. And it's going to auto lift the mop pads. All right, it is smearing that mud a little bit, but hopefully it's going to do a remopping event and it will go over that a little bit more. So it's going to mop and vacuum this floor first, and then come back and vacuum the carpet. Okay, let's see how it does in the corner. It does not have a brush extend, so it does leave a little bit in the corner. Now it does have mop extend, but I've got it on intelligent mode. I've got the mop extend on intelligent mode. If I had it on high frequency, it would be doing it more often. And it was able to take a picture of that obstacle. There's the power cord that it tries to avoid. All right, so it was able to mop up some of that, and we're going to be hoping for a remopping event. Okay, so it's all done. Coming back to the docking station, it's going to watch the mop pads. And again, well, hopefully it's going to monitor the water going up in the dirty water tank, and it's going to be dirty. And it's going to tell it to remop this floor.
Start cleaning.
Okay, we got a second cleaning. We've got a remopping event happening. Now we know it's a remopping because it says the second cleaning is underway. So here it is remopping this entire floor. See there, it can extend the side brush or the mop pad. There it extends the mop pad. So now it's extending the mop pad right next to the kitchen cabinets. Did leave a little bit of that mud there. So it's trying to get it. It is dried on there pretty good. Now I probably should have chose deep cleaning whenever I did the Clean Genius, because if I know there's muddy paw prints there, I should have picked deep cleaning, which it would have went over it even more. Okay, so there's a very important setting that you're going to want to set so that it will vacuum carpet first. It lifted the mop pads and is vacuuming this carpet. Now it does spin that side brush even on carpet. Now the setting you want to make sure and set, carpet settings. Now I have mine on vacuum. It'll lift the mop pads in vacuum mode. But down here, clean carpets first. And I also have carpet boost. So it'll clean the carpets in the room that you select. Then it will go back, empty everything out of the dustbin, and then start mopping and vacuuming this floor.
Start cleaning mop pads.
Okay, it's going to come down to price. The Dreame L10s right now is $650. That's an amazing price. The Dreame L40 right now is $1,200. So almost half the, that one's almost half the price. It retails for $1,500. That's super expensive. I love the Dreame L40. Does it have enough advanced features over the Dreame L10s? I think it does. There were some things in the video, if you go look at my Dreame L10s Ultra review, there were some things that there was enough of these things that just didn't quite work as I would have liked. Whereas the L40 has been really rock solid. It seems more refined, like it's just working. I haven't had to deal with any kind of issues. Now the L10s Pro Heat has not had major issues, just like the solution tank sometimes says it's not in. Sometimes the carpet sensor doesn't work. I have had it vacuum a carpet before. And you got to kind of go in there and refine where the carpet edge is, this one, the carpet sensor, I just rely on it to lift the mop pads whenever it senses carpet, which does a really good job. And I love that sensor on the front. When it senses mud or a mess, it lifts the brush rollers and goes into a vacuuming only mode. I do think the L40 mops better. Now, really hard to determine the mopping capabilities of each one, because the mud can be just a little bit different and dried a little bit more. But overall, I think the L40 just does a better job of mopping. And it's going to have more suction, 11,000 pascals of suction, 7,000 pascals of suction. Now, super hard to kind of notice that around the house sometimes, because they're both vacuuming. Are they vacuuming up the really small crumbs in the carpet compared to the bigger ones? Again, a little hard to tell, but both of them do a good job of vacuuming. On my scoring, the L10s got an 89B. The L40 got a 97A. So you can see it is a much better product. But we always have to think about price. It's twice as expensive. You could put one on the, you could put, both of these do multi-floor mapping. It's just having a base state, if you've got hardwood floors in the basement, it's going to mop those floors, but then you're going to have to bring it upstairs so it washes the mop pads. So that's going to be a little tricky. So you could put like 2 of these in your house compared to one of these, but man, I do love that Dreame L40. And it's better than it's not. The X40, which is a black version, It's X40. I just did the comparison with it. Just get the L40. There is a few minor differences between the X40 that might be just a little bit improvements, but it's not worth it. The L40 is such a great price. $1,200 right now. So you can see the L40 got the Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. I just can't give the Dreame L10s. There was enough of these, but with that price point, you can fine tune the app well enough to get it to kind of work. Again, the carpet sensing, in my opinion, you have to really fine tune where the carpet is on the map and go in there and adjust the settings so it lifts the mop pads. I thought I had it set, but now don't forget, I've got here, I just had to move it out of the way, but I got the Roborock Curve. This has been super popular. Lots of videos on this, lots of comparisons. I even compared it to the L40. There's the X40. I compared it to the X40. There's the Slim. That's kind of that's the Q-Revo Slim. It's got the older look to it, but that's like $1,000, and it's a very advanced machine. It doesn't look advanced. I've got the comparison with the Curve and this one. The Curve is $1,600. This one's $1,000 right now, and it's got almost all the same advanced features as the Curve. So that's pretty remarkable. But this one does look pretty cool. Eufy S1 Pro. I haven't got stickers on these. These were kind of older ones that I did a couple months ago, but coming out with a new process, Just a Dad sticker seal of approval. Getting ready to do the Eufy C20 review. I've already done the unboxing. Lots of Roborock Q-Revos, Pro, Master Pro, I forget. S8 Max V, that's still their flagship. It's actually a pretty good robot. I've got a real world test on that after 3 months of cleaning my house. I do all the maintenance so you can see how well it did. Now be sure and stay tuned till the end. I got some exciting news for my robot vacuum cleaner studio coming soon in 2025. I'm just running out of room. These robot vacuum cleaners are advancing so much in technology. They're releasing so many new ones that I just can't keep up the space and the testing. So I've got to get a studio for these robot vacuums. But the main thing is for drain lines. So this was an old chiropractor office that had some sinks, and I took the sinks out, but I've got the drain line and the water line sitting there. And I got to figure out, I'm going to buy these ones that have drain and water, so they fill themselves up and they drain. I think that's the future. So again, thanks everybody for your support. Again, I do use links. If you click on the links down below, the products don't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these honest reviews. Again, I really do hope these videos help. If you could, please like and subscribe and watch till the end to see the exciting news. So again, I really want to thank everybody for your support. I do use affiliate links either from Walmart, Amazon, or Shark Ninja. If you click on the links in my videos, the products won't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from that sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. I love what I do. I love buying these products with my own money and giving you my honest opinion. Now, once in a while, I may have a product sent to me for free. I will disclose that. I will let you know when a company sends that product to me for free, but 98% of the time it's going to be buying it with my own money, giving you my completely honest review. And so if there is also another way of helping support my channel, justadadcoffee.com. When I first started out, I reviewed so many coffee makers that I thought I would brand my own flavor of coffee, and I did. It's Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. It's kind of like a medium to dark roast. It's brewed in the K-Cup form, ground coffee, or whole bean. I think it tastes really good. I brew mine hot or ice. This is what I drink, and I think it tastes really good, so I really would appreciate everybody's support with that. And this plaque I got right here, 100,000 subscribers, would not be possible without the viewers and everybody liking and subscribing. So I really do appreciate this. This was an amazing day that happened about a year ago. I'm quickly approaching 170,000, so thank you, everybody. This is all because of you. I hope I'm helping you. And that's the whole reason behind my videos, is helping people. So there's a couple ways to communicate with me. I do have my own Just a Dad Videos group page where you can join. I do free giveaways there. Now, typically sometimes it may not be very big products. Those can be super expensive to ship, but we try to give away as much as we can on this. And I kind of post behind the scenes of how things are going and maybe what future videos are. But if you've got questions, this is a really good avenue to reach me. I do try to look at it about 2 or 3 times a week. I also have an Instagram page. Now, that's my son, Shelton Automotive Group. He has his own auto dealership, but you can check out my Instagram. I do kind of behind the scenes. You know, there's a lot of Miss Fiona and different things. So we have a lot of fun over on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, and I'm starting to do more condensed videos on TikTok. You know, they can't be super long, and TikTok has its own TikTok shop. I'm just getting my feet wet in that. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, Just a Dad Videos. Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. So I got some exciting news. I bought this old chiropractor building in my hometown, and we're going to be building a robot vacuum cleaner studio. Let's just take a quick peek here where it's under construction. I think it's going to take another month or so, but man, I'm super excited. We put a wall in here, and this is where all of the robots are going to be. There's going to be a studio here. I'll have some soundproof ceiling in, some lights, but this is going to be super exciting. I can't wait. This is going to give me so much more room to deal with all of the robot vacuum cleaners. Over here, we're going to put a sink. We're going to put a sink so I can empty everything out. And I got a little bit more patching to do. Back here is going to be some storage rooms. So we'll have some storage back here that we can do. But man, am I excited. This is awesome. So I want to thank everybody. None of this would be possible without you. I'll keep you up to date. So this area right here, this was an old sink. So this is where I'm going to be putting, I don't know what I'm going to put here. It'll be a sink of some sort, but I want it to be open so that I can connect to that plumbing. That's a drain line and a water line. I want to put those, I'm going to get the Dreame X40 Ultra, the one that fills itself and empties itself out. I think Roborock has one too. So I think that's the future. That's why I'm excited about the studio, is it has plumbing in some areas that I can connect to and show you exactly how to do that in the future. And there's also a place. There was a little sink right here also. So I got water lines. I put a plug in so that we can plug our robot in, and there can be a little cubby hole for it. So, wow. And I need help with what type of flooring to install. I'm going to put some carpet in here. I'm also going to put some hardwood floor. I think I'm going to put like a light gray, and then I need probably a darker color so that we can see how it cleans different things. I probably won't put marble or anything. I probably should, but it's just super expensive. So anyway, if you got any ideas on flooring, let me know, because this is going to be a studio that we can do testing in, and it's going to be everyday testing. So if there's some kind of flooring that's the most popular or a color that you like, I'll put about 3 or 4 different flooring materials in here. That way you'll get to see it on various ones. So super excited about this. It's kind of a small building, but man, this is going to be awesome. We got a little kitchen we're going to do right here. We're going to put a sink right here. There was a water fountain right here. So we're going to put another robot here. This will clean the entire place. So very, very excited. This is going to be a big room. This was an x-ray room right here. We took out an x-ray machine. It was super heavy. Had to do some repair work. This was the developer room. So this was an old chiropractor office. He had developer tanks. It was a dark room where he developed the x-rays. So it was really lots. We had to do lots and lots of cleaning out. This was kind of the waiting room. There's a window here. We're going to keep this. This was the receptionist area and all that. So yeah, looking forward to this. So thanks everybody. This is coming soon. 2025 for sure. And Miss Fiona loves to play in the leaves. You love being outside, don't you?